Hello, welcome to Tabletop CP. Today we're going to be taking a closer look at some new terrain from Blacksite Studios. Before we begin, I would like to announce that Blacksite Studio has offered to become a sponsor of Tabletop CP. And having bought several of their kits already and been impressed with the quality of them, I have happily agreed. So look forward to seeing some more Blacksite Studio stuff on the modern table as well as possibly World War II tables as well. So we're excited about that, and we look forward to working with those guys. And so let's get started. Like previous videos that I've done, I'm going to just show off the building a little bit and talk about and try to keep it short. So if you're contemplating purchasing this building for your table, you can get a look at it from all angles and decide if it's something that you would like. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing we'll do, we'll look at the walls. So the walls are the cinder block walls. They have the cinder block pattern in them. They're pre-painted like all of their stuff. A couple of things about building these walls that I ran into. These are two pieces that you put together, so it's painted on both sides, and they slide into some slots under here. The fit on these is very tight. About halfway through I realized that to make it easier, I made a jig so I can get a perfect 90 on these. If you don't get them perfectly lined up, you have any overlap on these tabs, you're going to have a hard time getting them in there. But that can be easily overcome if you just make a 90-degree jig, put it up against the corner, and then glue it. That helps a lot. Other than that, the walls, there's not a whole lot to say about them. In the pack, you get about 5 feet of wall. You get 6 long pieces, and you get 6 shorter pieces as well. So nice variety there. Simple piece of terrain that every table can do with more of, obviously. There's never enough walls. So the models, I should point out, these are the Spectre Mini models. You can see for scale here, the size of the walls are pretty high. This is a smaller building, but not every building has to be gigantic. It's nice to sprinkle different sizes of buildings in. So the Turhan Imports building is the single-story building that has a detachable staircase. Of course, the roof comes off. This one also has the nice big tabs I like. It makes it easy to put the roof on. You don't have to fiddle around with little posts and holes in each corner. So just pull this out, take a quick look at it. So it's got one door on the front. No other doors. Windows on each side. These pieces here, these are just cardboard. After you build the building, you put these on afterwards to add a little bit of texture to the outside. You can easily leave these off and just have the entire building be this brick here. And it's got a painted floor, interior, painted walls, so standard for their buildings. Quite easy to put together. So the stairs, I want to talk about those a little bit. These stairs here can be quite the pain in the butt to put together. So that's not exclusive to this building. That's just in general among MDF buildings, where you have stairs that are a single piece with a stud on each side that you have to line up 2 pieces and sandwich together. That can be quite difficult, and I've had difficulty doing that with every MDF kit I've built. This time though, I started out doing it the same way and I was having some issues. I realized my problem was I was using white glue, so I use white glue for everything. It works fine for all this stuff, but the problem with the stairs was the white glue does not dry fast enough. I put all the white glue on the side, pressed everything in, and they just kept sagging because the white glue takes a while to dry. So what I did, instead I took some super glue on one side, and that dries a lot faster, so you're getting almost an instant set with these. And once I did that, I got this top piece and I set it on top. I lined up the top 2 holes. I got those pressed in, and then with the sculpting tool I was just able to gently lift each stair into place, press it in, press it in, press it in, and once I did that, the stairs became a lot easier to put together. So that's just a little tip. Use white glue on everything but stairs. When you're doing stairs like these, you have to at least have one side be solid when you're doing the other side. And white glue, it will harden, but the chances of you being able to get them all perfectly level and lined up along the other side with white glue are going to be almost 0. So that's just a little tip for putting stairs together for this, or any manufacturer of MDF who has those type of stairs. So that's a quick look at the Turhan imports and the cinder block walls. Nice kits as usual from these guys. Now what I'll do is I'll just get out all the black site stuff I have again, and we'll just look at everything all together. And here we have all of the black site terrain I have so far. I've done videos on all of these already. So first of all, we have the Shihab building. We have the minaret. We have the Rashid building. Turhan imports, which we just talked about. The walls. And the slums pack, which includes all these markets and these buildings here. So a nice collection of buildings. The Middle East board is really coming together now. And that's good because we've been playing a lot of Spectre lately. So the more the merrier as far as buildings go and terrain options. So I'm happy with, I'm really happy with the Black Site Studios buildings. They're easy to put together. They're easy to use in game. They're very functional, and they look good. They're pre-painted, which is the biggest thing for me. I build a lot of models. I paint a lot of stuff. So not having to paint the buildings is a huge time saver for me. All I have to do is weather them, and I will do a video on weathering on the next buildings I get. But just briefly, I just use some weathering powders, and I use some rain streaks with Leho environmental stuff for the outside of the buildings. So anyway, just again, quick video. I wanted to show off this Turhan imports, I should say, and the walls that I just got. And yeah, so hopefully you guys find this video useful. If you have any questions, you know, you can feel free to ask either here or on the Facebook group Tabletop CP. And that'll do it. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.